Hello. Hello guys. We are going live. We are doing Maj's DNA Codex decoding. This is okay. This might get interrupted. If it's interrupted, I'll come back to it and then you can watch me live again. So today we are doing Maj's live DNA Wealth Codex activation. So your date of birth holds codes. Your name holds codes. The moment you were born, that holds codes. The codes that define your wealth codes, the codes that are going to help you create wealth, like in your term. So today we are decoding Maj's Arcanstone, her wealth codes. So her date of birth holds sacred codes, which means she is a sacred architect. Sacred architect, this is her soul path, the theme of her earth journey. She's here to build what lost, physically and energetically. She's not meant to chase, she's meant to stabilize, simplify, and master the art of soul-grounded reality creation. Her shadow, control, and perfectionism, and her gift is foundation, rhythm, endurance, leadership through structure. These are just the codes that her name holds, her date of birth holds. You are coded with so much wisdom, with so much gifts that is going to change your life if you decode that. Maja thrives when she turns her system into sacred offerings. Her destiny expressions, she is harmonizer and heart leader. Her public frequency, how the world sees her, her legacy is she carries a deep, nurturing essence. People feel safe, seen, and soothed around her. Her destiny is to infuse beauty, wisdom, and love into form, whether that's through parenting, coaching, design, or soul-aligned services. She is wired for emotional leadership, whether or not she claims it. This is the number one of divine feminine leadership, emotional intelligence as a business tool, creating harmony in relationships, spaces, and content. People will trust her voice more than her credentials. This is what she's coded with. But what she's doing, she's chasing stuff. She's chasing alignment. She's chasing wealth. She's chasing visibility. That's not going to help, because what she's doing is she's building from borrowed identity. She's trying to here and there, borrowing identity, instead of looking inside deep within. Her soul urge, the sovereign fire. This is what she deeply craves, whether she admits it or not. Maja needs to feel independent, in control of her life, recognized of her original identity and leadership. She may dim herself not to cause waves, like we all do. We all do. We all dim our voice of fire because we don't want to ruffle feathers. We don't want to be called difficult. We don't want to be called, who the hell is she? We all do that. We don't want to cause waves and create disruptions. Why? Because we want to feel safe. But are you actually safe? No, you're not. Because your soul wants to create, lead, and pioneer. Because your soul doesn't no longer wait. You feel more tired when you do that. Maja's voice is meant to be heard. Her name is meant to be known. She's born to be known. Her voice is given to her to create, to lead, to disrupt, to break patterns. Her brand will thrive when it's uniquely hers, not a copy and not a formula. How many of you building your business and brand on borrowed genius, on borrowed identity? You join this mastermind, this course, you hire this mentor, and then you try to become her. You try and become her. You forget who you are in these programs. Her personality code. She's got muse frequency. This is the vibe her name carries and the impact she unconsciously emits. Emotional expression, beauty, magnetism, and creative fire. There is something playful, poetic, and artistic in her natural presence, even when she's serious, even when she's not trying to pull. Because she is, that's who she is. Because she's coded to be that. Because God made her be that. That's so powerful. When you decode this is the mirror. It's like you seeing your own reflection. You're seeing your own reflection, what God made you to be. You don't need any validation, any permission, any crowning from other people. You crown yourself. You give yourself permission to be in this version of you, what God made you to be. This is so powerful. Maja has natural content, energy, voice, vibe, and brand magnetism because she's coded with it. She just needs permission to stop holding back and actually express her own frequency from herself. From herself, not from anyone else. Because no one can give you the permission you seek outside of you. No one can. Only you can. The interpretation, her wealth, her $1 million lies in creating grounded offerings that blend beauty, healing, and practicality. These are her business codes, which are coded in her DNA, in her soul. Before she was born, before you are born, you have this coded inside of you. This is what God made you to be. It's what God made you to be. No one can take that away from you. It's your divine technology, your codex, your $1 million DNA codes. That's going to make you millions your way. She's got to create grounded offerings that blend beauty, healing, and practicality, claiming her own authority even when it feels selfish. You don't want to claim your authority because you don't want to be called as selfish. Nobody likes to be called selfish, but being selfish is not actually being selfish, because if you don't serve you, you can't serve anybody else. If you don't fill your cup first, you can't fill anyone else's cup or life or whatever. Because you can serve always from overflow. Not when you're empty, not when you're tired, not when you're dying inside. You can't save anybody if you yourself drowning. She's got to build her business using her voice, her home life, her emotional expression as content, healing, and resonance. Building a brand that expresses softness plus sovereignty. She is not here to be loud, but she's here to be seen. She's not here to hustle, but she's here to lead. And when she steps into her full soul sovereignty, income, peace, and presence will follow. That's who she is. Because she thought she was just trying to feel stable, but her soul was coded to architect a sacred empire. Architect a sacred empire. Her aura essence, Maja, is not meant to run. She's not meant to chase. She's not meant to force. She's here to respond to the whispers of life with calm power, to listen to what moves her, to follow the energy and not the strategy, and to build a life of resonance, rhythm, and soul structure. But right now, she's working against her field. Every time she pushes, she feels resistance. Every time she forces, she loses energy. Her soul is not asking her to do more. It's asking her to trust deeper. Her Arkanstone name, the Sovereign Oracle of Simplicity. Her magic is not in complexity, it's in clarity, grounded intuition, and precision of presence. She is here to anchor calm in chaos, guide through simplicity, speak only when it matters, and be heard without trying. You're not here to chase, you're here to magnetize. You don't have to speak to hustle. You speak and people listen. You speak and it lands. Because you're here to be heard without trying. Without trying. Your presence moves mountain. Your words magnetize. You are the one people remember, not because you were loud, but because you were undeniably true. Because you are you, and you own that, and you be that, and you embody that in your full power. Your core essence traits, woven from your frequency, from your divine technologies, the silent stabilizer. You bring calm by just entering the room. But she doesn't always trust that stillness is power. Her soul is asking her to lead without noise. The intuitive architect. She's intuitive architect. She builds things others don't see coming. Programs offers spaces, systems made from both wisdom and instincts. But she is only magnetic when she loves what she's building. The depth-driven truth mirror. She knows what's off. She feels it in her gut. She sees past the words, past the performance, into the truth of things. But when she doubts herself, she becomes passive, hesitant, and invisible. When you doubt yourself, what happens? You shrink. You become quiet. You hide. Your Arkanstone gives you this power to be loud, visible, embodied, anchored in your soul resonance. Your forbidden codes, your hidden power centers. You have, Maja, you have secret fear of being wrong. Your power lives in intuition and response, but you being taught to rationalize, to overthink, and to explain. And when you over-explain, you disconnect from your authority. You're not here to explain things. You're just here to state, to inform, to say, to be, to do and have. Maja hides her sovereignty behind softness, but there is a fire. There is a fire in her, a clear yes and a sacred no. But when she avoids conflict to keep peace, she sacrifices her own truth. She's meant to feel rich in rhythm, not in rush. She doesn't thrive in hustle culture, she thrives in intentional action. Where there is time for beauty, breath, and body-led business. That's where Maja lives. That's who she is. Her wealth DNA. Maja's $1 million path doesn't require her to sell like everyone else. You have your own divine way of selling. You're coded with your own way of doing business. And your Arcastone helps you decode that. Maja's $1 million path doesn't require her to sell like everybody else. Like everybody else, it asks her to do the bravest thing she's ever done. Trust what feels right, even if it makes no sense. Here's how her wealth codes want to work. Soul-aligned business model. Simplicity-based offer creations. Offers that are easy to deliver, emotionally clean, and system-supported. She's not here to copy-paste her coaches' systems and templates. She's not. One-on-one clarity sessions, peace protocol containers, nervous system routines, and rituals. Digital templates, guides, and rhythm-based products. That's what she's here to sell. Nervous system and energetic mentorship. Her aura is calming. She's ideal to teach others how to find clarity and ground in chaos. Calm productivity, feminine focus, structured creators for creatives and founders. Her voice. She's got this voice that leads brands. She doesn't need to post 20 times a week. She doesn't need to show up all the time. She just needs to speak when it's real. Slow reels, long form post, visual storytelling over trending noise. She is not here to hustle. She's not. Somebody said, spider behind you. You can see big fat spider behind me. You guys. She's her truth that's coded in her DNA. She's architect. She's here to build stable wealth, not chase fleeting success. Her destiny, her name codes call her into service, nurture, and harmony. Her soul urge. She craves freedom, her own name, her own work, and her own brand. Her vibration. She's a magnetic speaker, storyteller, and muse. Her voice is the product. Her voice is her business card. Her current timeline themes. She's standing at a soul gate. One thought says, play it safe, keep working, and figure it out later. Other says, you already know what doesn't feel good. What if you stop tolerating it? Because that is brave, that is courageous, that's powerful. And what does your soul want? That's what your soul wants. Your soul wants you to live, not hide, not play safe. Live, full expression of you. Her timeline shift will happen when she will speak the boundary she's been avoiding. She will simplify offers and expectations and surrenders to her unique rhythm. That's when her timeline will shift. What's her soul aligned next step? Maja, your wealth begins when you create something that feels soft, clear, sacred, and yours. You don't need to scale yet. You just need to stabilize your energy field and create a business that feels like peace. Then the money will come. Not just because of strategy, but because you finally stop building what wasn't yours. You are not behind. You are ahead of a curve the world doesn't know is coming. You are not here to force success. You are here to embody peace so fully the world pays just to see it, just to feel it, just to be in your energy. You don't need to become someone else. You need to remember the version of you who never needed permission to trust herself. Your Arcanstone has been pulsing beneath your surface the entire time. Let's bring it to light. Because your Chiron in Cancer, the wound of visibility and maternal power, your core wound around being seen while nurturing. You may feel unrecognized for what you do emotionally, uncomfortable being both a nurturer and a leader, split between I want to care for others versus I want to be successful. You can have both. You can do both. That's your power. That's your magic. That's when you lead. That's where your $1 million business lies. This is where your wealth hides. Your business must allow you to lead emotionally. Your power comes when you mother the world without abandoning yourself. When you heal your fear of being too emotional in leadership, you unlock divine magnetism. Your Lilith is in Scorpio, second house, the forbidden feminine in wealth. This is big. You hold a dark goddess frequency in the house of money. I've got chills. You are meant to earn through intimacy, through awareness and depth. You are meant to tap into the sensual, shadowy, unspoken layers of life. You know, the taboo stuff, like nobody wants to touch. The culture says, we're not talking about that. That's what you're here to talk about. That's what you're here to talk about. You trust your value when the world isn't validating you yet. That's where your millions live. If you are going to wait for permission, wait for the world to crown you, you will always be waiting. Your Arcanstone has spoken. It's your job now to embody it, to trust, and to lead with it, to become this version of you that your soul's calling you. Your shadow, undercharging, overgiving, and hiding desires. Your gift, creating offers that transmute shame into power. That's your gift. Your Lilith in second house says the more you reclaim what's been forbidden, the more money will flow. Your North Node in Aquarius, the soul contract of radical service. You are not here to work in traditional structures. You are here to invent your own way of serving. Innovation, energy, systems that liberate others. Your North Node in Aquarius says, don't follow the method. Become the method. You are here to serve, not with effort, but with original energetic frameworks. You are not here to learn from your coach and then share that. You are here to share what you have learned from your own life experiences, from your own lived wisdom, from your own embodied identity. You are coded for New Earth business rooted in sovereign system, nervous system, peace, and energetic service. That's what you're coded with. That's what God created you to be. That's where your millions live. Your moon in Scorpio, emotional security, financial security. Your wealth is wired to emotional regulation, feeling safe, deep, and honest, not having to perform to be loved or paid. When you ignore your emotions, your bank account dries. And you've seen that happen. When you honor your truth, your magnetism returns. This is where you're standing right now. Your business must feel emotionally safe to work, and that will happen only when you'll allow yourself to embody the codes God has given you. Your midhaven in Gemini, your wealth role is the messenger. Your public calling is communicator, storyteller, teacher, channel. That's who you are. You are designed to share knowledge in a way that simplifies, clarifies, and liberates. You could be a voice-led mentor, sacred systems creator, nervous system or spiritual content guide. Your codes are even telling you what kind of business you can create, because it tells you the gifts you have and what you can use it to be, do, and have to make millions you're meant to make. Your business is not what you sell, it's how you say that it opens portals. Your Venus in Sagittarius, third house, the wealth magnet. You are freaking wealth magnet. You magnetize money when you speak with freedom, shares your philosophy, expresses joyfully and truthfully. You gotta be brave and courageous to do that, because you have lived life. You have learned. You got wisdom. You have experience. And this is what your soul urges you to do, be, have, create. This is a content queen placement. You've got this inside of you. You don't need to search it in any mentors, templates, or their AI. You've got this inside of you. You attract through storytelling, truth bombs, wisdom dropped, wrapped in beauty, elegance, and style. You don't need to be polished. You need to be real. Your forbidden codes unlock. Maja, you've been hiding the truth, the raw truth that could actually sell your story. Dismissing your emotional needs to look together. Trying to create efforts that are safe when your soul craves liberating service through depth and voice. When you speak the truth that scares you, because you're meant to do that. And that's where your millions live. When you share from your scars and not from your perfection. When you create containers for emotional regulation plus energetic systems. Your income will not just rise, it will stabilize, expand, and explode. Your life's work, intuitive oracle. Maja's outward role is not to teach the rules, is to sense what's not being said. Anybody can teach rules, but what lives beneath the surface, what lives between the lines, that's what you're here to teach, to code, to show, to embody. You are an energetic translator. Your greatest wealth flows when you trust your intuition over strategy, reads between the lines, guides others through subtle energetic cues. Your words pierce noise. Your frequency clears confusion. You are not meant to give answers. You are meant to deliver clarity through resonance. Content that cut through the fog. Offers that feel like coming home. Words that shatter illusions. This is your money-making essence. You are not here to be nice. You are not here to be liked. You are here to agitate the soul into motion. Your wealth flows when you stir something inside others, discomfort that awakens their truth. Your brand must provoke the parts of people they have repressed. You're here to wake people up, call out the dead zones in their life, awaken the... You're here to wake people up, call out the dead zones in their life, awaken the frequency says, this ends now, and people pay you to break them open. If you stay polite, money stops flowing. When you're disruptive, in love, liberation becomes profitable. Your core, this is your deepest soul's calling and what you are here to embody and magnetize. She is a silent power, a leader through frequency, not force. Her work must revolve around direction, identity reclamation, leadership through guidance and not management. You aren't here to be the boss. You are here to be the North Star of your people. People follow you not because you're loud, but because you're clear. This is coaching, guidance, brand leadership, messaging clarity, being a lighthouse. And with the line 4, it's about influence through connection. Your culture, purity of expression equals scalable wealth. Your network and audience are drawn to you when you are real and not polished. Your gene key 12 says, you got the code of vocal frequency. Your voice has the power to cut, heal, seduce, and awaken. You got to use your voice. When she speaks with purity of intent, not performance, she magnetizes soul clients. Her line 4, culture, friends to turn clients. You are here not to go away from where you are. You are here to turn people who are around you into the clients. Word of mouth, aligned audiences, and deep one-on-one resonance. You don't sell to strangers. Build a frequency field that pulls people in without effort. Now Maja's wealth body activation. Her brand is not about products. It's not even what she does. It's about the energetic clarity she offers, the soul disruption she causes, the guidance she embodies, and the voice she unleashes. Her $1 million codex. Maja's wealth will explode when she stops softening her edge, over-explaining her magic, trying to build a brand that feels safe or professional, and starts provoking stagnation, guiding people to their truth, speaking with soul clarity, authority, and trusting her voice is the offer. Her true business is a lighthouse frequency disguised as a woman, whispering truths that pierce like lightning and guiding others into pure soul expressions. You told me, I don't think it's possible to make that kind of money where I live, Maja, but your codes says something else. Your pearl says liberation is the path to money. Your wealth don't come from your location, it comes from the freedom in your frequency. And your culture, it literally says friends, clients. People are magnetized to your soul, truthful expressions, not your postcode. It doesn't matter where you live. It's who you are and how you explain that, how you live that. You don't need to leave where you live. You need to become undeniably you wherever you are. Her very vocal tone, her truth, her magnetic guidance, that's the product. That's what she's here to sell. Her aura knows who to attract. Her line 4 builds organically. You told me the most thing I want to have is fun. Your name holds the frequency of play, joy, creation, and movement. Your pearl holds the frequency of pure wild feminine disruption through dynamic fun. Your arcanstone unlocks not through grind, but through energetic clarity, playful disruption, and emotional freedom. You are never meant to make money in a boring, boxed-in way. You make money when you are lit. When you are lit up, you're laughing, you're feeling free, and breaking people out of emotional cages. The truth you need to hear, embody, and live by. You don't need to leave where you live to become wealthy. You need to stop leaving yourself. Let me say that again. You don't need to leave where you live to become wealthy. You need to stop leaving yourself. Stop leaving yourself. The wealth you're asking for is already coded in your voice, in your presence, in your rebellion. And the more fun you allow, the faster it arrives. That's who you are. And that is freaking powerhouse. That is powerhouse. That's powerful. If you guys who are watching, you want me to do your Arcanstone reading, send me an email and then I'm going to do one for you. And if you're ready to join Hall of Fire, send me an email with HOF and you can have free access to the Hall of Fire. Is a space, it's a portal for the women who knows that they have this fire inside of them and they are ready to turn it into a roaring blaze. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, send me DM. If you want to join Arcanstone, if you join Hall of Fire, send me email and I'm going to give you access. Thank you so much. Bye. Okay, if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna stay for 2 more minutes. Drop any questions if you have. Tell me where you're joining from. Let's see if someone has got any questions. Thank you so much for follow. Okay, you guys don't have any questions. That's good. All right, thank you so much. I'm gonna go now. If you guys have any questions, send me DM. And if you want to join Hall of Fire, send me an email, and I'm gonna give you access. And if you want me to do your free Arcanstone reading, just like what I did for for Maja, send me an email. I'm gonna give you the form. You're gonna fill the form, and then I'm gonna do your wealth DNA decoding. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.